Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Intramural Champs podcast. My name is Eric, and today I've got Jorge with me. Say hello, Jorge.
Hello, buenas tardes to all.
So, this is going to be a little bit of a different episode. It's more of a short little update and breaking news. We've had a little bit of a situation, and Mr. Cole is not with us today. So, I don't really know what happened, but about an hour ago, I had a courier deliver a sealed envelope to my door, and they told me to read it on the podcast. So, Jorge, if it's okay with you, I think I'm just going to go ahead and read this. I
Yeah,
haven't opened it
what's
yet.
going on?
Uh, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with this. So, I'm going to go ahead and open this up and read it. I just hope Cole's okay. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, really, I know he left, but I don't know where to.
All right. It looks like it is a letter from Cole's attorney. Interesting. I didn't know he had one.
Attorney? Not
Yeah,
Flanders?
no, not Flanders. Um, yeah, I've never heard of this guy before, but all right, I guess I'll just read it. Dear Intramural Champs podcast and their listeners, my client Cole has requested I inform you of his current situation. Cole is currently awaiting trial in New Jersey for a few alleged crimes. What the hell?
Alleged New Jersey? Ah, the closet New Yorker. He couldn't get enough. What'd he do?
Well, let's see. Because of the high price of his bail, he has opted to stay in county jail until his court date. His arrest and
Classic Cole.
trial date do not indicate guilt. Fair enough. Okay, that's fair. I get
Okay.
that.
Guilty.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's see.
okay.
Let's see if they tell. Oh, here we go. His alleged crimes include public urination, classic Cole, several counts of arson from torching several cars with New York Giants stickers on
Watching
them,
car. Ow.
disturbing the peace by screaming "Jets, Jets, Jets" at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday, and breaking and entering an attempted robbery of Sam Darnold's jockstrap and game-worn jersey from the New York Jets practice facility.
Oh, Cole, he had to go there. He just couldn't get enough. Not the jockstrap.
Oh my God. He has
Ah,
pled not guilty and will fight this unjust case until he regains his freedom. He will continue his hunger strike in his jail cell. Oh God.
classic fucking Cole.
Oh, jeez. Please send any and all positive thoughts, loose cigarettes, and homemade shivs his way. I feel like his lawyer shouldn't say that, but that's beside the point, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it was just for the podcast. It was probably his final words before his hunger strike goes south.
Yeah, but I mean, New Jersey prison food, that's no joke, so I don't blame him for
Yeah.
not wanting to eat. But okay, let's see. He has asked me to send his picks for this week as well. They are listed below. Oh, that's
Wow.
great. We can at least do our picks this week, even without him.
Ah. Oh,
So
yeah. I was always
I
serious
guess,
about his gambling, so
yeah. So I'll read those in a second. Before we get into that, let's look and see what our current standings are after last week. So starting with our jailbird, he is currently 11-7 after last week's games. So he is currently doing the best out of all of us. He's
trying
followed
to bail
closely
himself out.
behind by Jorge, who is 9-9. Congratulations for reaching 500.
Yes, sir.
And I am now 8-10. So I'm catching up. So no, he's not as far ahead as he was last week.
Oh,
So
it's getting pretty competitive now.
and you know what? He also is in jail, so he's not really probably going to be able to watch many of the games. So I think we've got an advantage on him going forward.
Yeah, Baldy the jailbird really bit his tongue on this one.
Well, if he gets out, we can ask him how that went, or we can maybe try to call into the prison next week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
Okay,
see.
let's start with his picks. Um, he has chosen um, the LA Rams versus Washington at -7.5. Wait, are these last week's? His lawyer sent us last week's picks. Good lord. Okay,
Wait
let
a
me go. What
minute.
kind of lawyer does he have?
Slippin' Jimmy.
Yeah, that's what you get when you choose the cheapest one.
Yep.
Tells you to send his client shivs and cigarettes. All right, let's go and see if we can see if he shared a picture with us before he got caught. All right, George, why don't you go ahead and tell us your picks, and then I'll tell us Cole's.
All right.
Go from
Yeah,
there.
they should be around there somewhere. Hopefully not with a joke or something practical like he would come up. But my picks for this week, I'll start with the one that both you and I kind of sorrowed over this past few days, Eric, which was the Tampa Bay Chicago game. And I got a little excited and deranged from last week's episode about our teams. And I was just being a big Tampa homer instead of trusting Big Dick Nick. And yeah, so I busted on that one. I got Las Vegas plus 11.5. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself and betting against the Chiefs. But I think the Raiders can give a good game to the Chiefs. Those are usually good conference battles anyway. And division battles more so than anything. I got Philly plus 7. I'm going back to that against Isaiah's Steelers. I think it'll be a good game and come down to I think it'll come down to at least a 3-point game. LA
Yeah,
minus
right.
7.5. Atlanta. I got Atlanta getting their first dub against Carolina. I think they'll pull it off this week. They have to, or else there's going to be some serious changes down there. And then, sorry, Eric, got the Giants plus 9.5. Those are usually also good games.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I see what I've got. Okay, so I found Cole's. So his is LA against Washington minus 7.5. He's got Carolina plus 1.5 against Atlanta. Cleveland plus 1.5 against Indianapolis.
I was real close to taking that.
Yeah. He's got Denver plus 9.5 against New England. He's got Seattle at minus 7 against Minnesota. Good choice there, I think.
Yeah.
And he's got Los Angeles Chargers plus 8 against New Orleans.
Wow,
That one I don't think I would take. Actually, I took the exact opposite of that one. So I'm right there with you. I was a Tom Brady homer, and I was high on my own supply about him, and so I chose Tampa. So I lost that one already. So then I also chose the Rams minus 7.5, Kansas City minus 12. I've just made it I always bet on Patrick Mahomes, and it's done me well so far, so I wasn't going to go against it. I took Indianapolis minus 1.5. That one I'm curious to see. I may regret that one.
That's going to be a really good game, though.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that one goes. And then I've got Seattle minus 7 and New Orleans minus 8. So overall, I think it's going to be a pretty good week of football.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I hope little Cole doesn't end up with the wrong kind of cellmate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he doesn't get a Giants fan stuck to him up there in Jersey. That's not going to be good for him.
Oh Lord, yeah, that happens. There's no way he's getting out on good behavior.
You're gonna have to spend solitary in his own little jet cell. It'll be better than watching the Jets in this season, though.
Yeah, honestly. But I don't know if he actually committed the crimes, but he is also a Jets fan, so it kind of shows the kind of person he is. So I don't know, but
yeah, that's true.
anyway, enough
JETS. Oh.
Jets. So enough about Cole. Without him, we're not really going to go on too long today, but maybe we'll just talk about some of the things we're trying to update about our podcast. So one of the things that we have tried to get going the last couple weeks is we're trying to get a soundboard so we can play little funny clips and noises every once in a while. So let's see here. I think I can get one pulled up real quick.
Oh, I like blurp here.
Oh yeah, see if it'll work. Oh no, it still hasn't worked. I think I broke it, George.
Damn it, Eric. But again.
Here we go. Sorry, everybody. I'm sure this sounds very boring. But yeah, so we're trying to do a couple different things, trying to implement a soundboard, trying to get some listener involvement as well, and get some questions asked, get a little bit of stories back and forth between each other, and just try to make it a little bit more personal, not all about sports. Yeah, I can't get the soundboard to work, George. I don't know what I did wrong.
Oh, no, it's okay, Eric. Ni modo.
Yeah, it'll be okay. But anyway, I did have something funny happen to me this week.
Oh,
If you want to hear a funny story, so
yes.
I I had when I was in high school in New Jersey, I had a really good group of friends, and when I went to college, I kind of lost contact with them. And over the years, as you do, you upgrade your phone and you lose all your phone numbers, and you only keep a certain amount or whatever. And so I lost contact with one of my good buddies, and I just hadn't talked to him. I tried to find him on Facebook, tried to find him on Twitter, and I just couldn't get in contact with him. And I thought about just, talking to one of my other friends that I did find on Facebook, but kind of a dick move to just say, "Oh, hey, nice to talk to you. Do you have so and so's phone number so I could talk to them?" When you haven't talked to them in years. So anyway, every couple months I would just try to look this guy up and I could never find him. Well, turns out I find this dude on LinkedIn out of all places. That's how
Oh.
old I am now. I'm finding my old high school buddies on LinkedIn. So,
What's he up to?
oh, he's doing real good for himself. Got a nice job. He lives in Florida. So, you know,
Don't tell me
go
he
for
lives
him.
in Tampa.
Actually, I don't 100% know where he lives, but he might live there. He might be a Bucks fan too, George.
He's in ticket holder. Here we come.
Yeah, but I just thought that was funny. It made me feel real old.
Oh, on LinkedIn, out of all places.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's funny too because whenever I don't know if you ever use LinkedIn, but whenever you send a message to someone, you make it sound all professional and everything. So
Yeah.
we're trying to talk. We haven't talked in like 7 years, and we're like, oh hey, it's nice to talk to you again. Blah 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 blah. And he sent me his phone number, and then we just talk normal on there. It's like, what's the difference between talking on LinkedIn and talking on the texting each other? There's no difference. No one sees it but
I'm
us.
watching you.
I'm watching you, Wazowski.
Very nice.
Yeah, so you got any fun updates to tell?
Not a lot of fun updates just yet. Just living through this pandemic one day at a time, my friend. At
Yep, I
least we have
totally.
sports.
Thank goodness. Oh, speaking of, uh, so we should be putting this out today, and today is Saturday, the October 10th. So, Jimmy Butler's performance last night. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh yeah, sure.
I saw something like he only rested 48 seconds out of the whole game.
Yes, this guy played for 47 minutes and 12 seconds.
It's insane.
It's so insane. I love Jimmy's grit. Like
I
this guy,
saw.
he shot. I think he shot 11 for 19 the field. So I mean, right up around 60%. He made a couple of threes. This guy, I mean, he put in everything. Yes, in yesterday's game, everything.
Yeah, I saw him walking out after the press conference, and he was like, his whole body just was like, you could tell he was so sore because he could barely walk.
Yeah,
And I
no,
was
it
like,
was
man. But
that right there.
we'll see what happens tomorrow. Game 6 is tomorrow
Yeah, I
night, so
think
that'll be interesting.
honestly think that Lakers gotta really have to win this next game if they want to get their 17th banner. If not, Miami. I think a lot of people were putting out Miami, and I saw that. I think what was it like? Game 2 or Game 3 of the finals was one of the lowest watched in NBA history. I think
Yeah,
because everyone just figured, Lakers are going to take it after that first game. it was just a blowout. But I mean, now with Bam Adebayo, like health, not 100%, but at least helping out Miami in the defensive side. I mean, it's a whole other series now. AD had some ankle problems in the last game, which kind of affected them later on.
Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting. The Lakers' offense just runs differently without Anthony Davis. It's a slower paced offense in a way.
Yeah,
Can't really find their guy to either move the ball around or just feed the ball to.
yeah, it reminds me of watching the Lakers play last year before he got there. It's like, they kind of had some stuff going on, but it just wasn't, they didn't have everything all together like they do now.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
hopefully he's healthy and we can, see a really great game. It'd be cool to see a game 7 because those are always fun. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Next time we record, we'll have a new NBA champion.
That
Yeah,
that
it's
right
pretty
there is
wild.
gonna be exciting. I mean, it's gonna be sad to see the end of the NBA. It'll be back by Christmas, I think. I really do think that's when we'll have the first game of basketball. It
I
won't be
hope
too
so.
far away.
Yeah, we'll see what
Also,
happens.
Eric, I don't know. Have you ever seen Django Unchained?
Of course, I have. It's a great
So,
movie.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. Jimmy right now, his style and his specifically his mustache, kind of reminds me of Django. Not
I
gonna lie.
literally was just thinking that last night.
Well, yeah, he looks like Django, and my dad was saying the same thing. It's like we call him Django, and he has that grit, like he's badass like Django in that way, right? He's really chasing that goal of his.
Yeah, it last night you know that scene where Jamie Foxx is his Django's chained up upside down in the barn, just butt naked.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. That's what I think of when I think of that movie. I was gonna have some analogy to put about Jimmy Butler with that, but I just think that's funny.
oh, oh yeah. That I mean, God, such a great movie though,
Yeah,
Tarantino.
oh, it's wonderful. But I remember the first time I watched that movie. That was probably one of the first times you really see a whole lot of male full frontal nudity. I guess I've seen in a movie. And I wasn't expecting it, but I just laughed. I thought it was so funny, and my
yeah, it's just
brother
out of the
laughed.
blue.
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, good on Tarantino. We get some equality in here. That's what I've always said. If you're gonna have female nudity in a movie, you gotta throw some male in there, make it equal.
yeah,
But
at least do
but
that.
yeah. But yeah, you're right on point. He looks a lot like Jamie Foxx does in that movie.
Yeah, a lot, a lot. I love Jamie Foxx though. What a character. What an
Oh no, me
actor.
too. I
Oh man. Oh, also I also wanted some. I had a couple questions for you, specifically this
yeah,
one, Eric. Just I want to have
yes,
sports opinion here. Okay.
yes.
Okay. So
Lay it
you
on me.
can only keep one. Okay. You're a Cowboys general manager. You can only keep one. Who's gonna be Amari, Lamb, or Gallup?
Oh, that's really hard. So let me talk about the advantages of all three, I guess, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Um, Gallup has just he's very consistently good. He especially over like the last year, especially he did a really good job. He ran some really good routes, had some really great catches. I've always been impressed with Gallup. He hasn't ever really super disappointed me a whole lot. Amari Cooper is obviously great. He's been good for us. But I think last year he was playing kind of hurt a little bit, and so he wasn't as consistent. And like, there's been a couple times this year too where he's like run a bad route or just done something, and you're like, why did he do that? But then he also has like amazing catches, like he did. Oh, what game was that? Um, I don't remember. Is it the Seattle game or the game
Oh, I
before
think I
that?
know what catch you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
think it
just
was a
reaches out
Seattle
right
game.
in front of him and kind of like bats it back and then caught it.
Yeah.
And he just does incredibly athletic things like that all the time. So when he's playing healthy, he's very smart. He runs pretty good routes, but sometimes he just occasionally just does something weird, and I'm like, "What are you doing, Amari?" Um, but very solid. I like him a lot. And then Lamb he's going to be a superstar. So I mean, he's done pretty well. He's a rookie, so obviously he's playing a little bit like a rookie. But so far, he's had some very good football moves, and he's done some pretty good stuff for us.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's a really hard question. So in this situation, do I just have to get rid of them, or am I able to trade them? This is that
I mean, you can trade them, but just for the purpose of the question, just you can only
if I
keep
had to
one.
get if okay, I can only keep one. I would probably say get rid of Amari because now I could be wrong. I don't know the numbers, but I think we either re-signed him recently or we were going to have
Okay,
to in a
I'm
year.
interested.
So here's what I'm thinking. I think he's very valuable, and I think that he actually. I'm going to go look this up and see what his contract is before I start saying something that's untrue.
So you keep Amari?
No, I get rid of him.
Get rid of it. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So we signed him into a 5-year, $100 million deal, which isn't bad. I mean, that's it could have been way worse, but I think that's pretty good. But I think that's the other two provide. I think like Lamb is going to be a superstar, and so obviously we want to keep him. Now Gallup, I don't know what his contract is, but let me go look at that real quick.
It is interesting to say though.
Yeah,
Getting rid of Amari, I do agree with you on that one.
um, Michael Gallup's only like 24, so I mean, not that Amari's old either, but God, where did it go? Um, I think Michael Gallup has a much smaller contract though because, um, yeah, so his contract's only like 3.5 million. I
How
think
much?
3.5. I think he's on a
Gallops?
yeah, pretty sure that's what I just read. So I think we still got him under contract for another year or two. I think because I think he's on his rookie deal still. So he's much we have less money in on him, and he's performing very well. And
He
Lamb,
is.
we've obviously got him on his rookie deal, so we can keep him. Amari, we have so much more money sunk into him. I think we could probably give him to someone who's looking for another wide receiver, get some better stuff in return. And then if something happens with him, like if he gets injured, kind of like he did last year, and he can't perform as well, then that's not our problem. We still got the other two that are doing really well.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair point.
I mean,
I do like
I don't want to
you
get
say
rid of
that.
him. I really like him, but that's probably what I would do.
So you'd get rid of Amari.
Yeah.
You get rid of who else?
Oh, I can only keep one. That's right.
You can only keep one. Yeah.
Uh, hmm. I'd probably
Hard one.
I'd probably keep. Mm, see, I think Lamb's gonna be a superstar, but I also don't know. Like he's
Yeah,
done very
he's
well.
kind of the ones that could be real explosive, get hurt, and then I hate to say it, but
I
he's
think I
very
would keep.
explosive.
Yeah. I'm gonna sound like such a dummy, I think, but I would almost want to get rid of Gallup too because he's proven. Like we know what he can do, and so he'll
Okay.
have value to other people. Plus, that would be something you could trade him. They can take on his contract, which isn't a whole lot. And you could probably get something pretty decent in return.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah,
Uh,
keep the rookie then.
yeah, I think yeah,
Nice. Not a
but I
bad. I think I
also
probably agree with you.
yeah, I'd either keep him or I'd trade him out and keep Gallup. I mean, I love Amari Cooper, but we're in such need of like, especially this season, like our offensive line is just demolished. Like we're
Yeah,
without
that
both of our
offensive line
tackles,
not what it used to be in the glory days.
and our defense is looking pitiful. So I think with if you traded off Amari Cooper and Gallup, I think they have a lot of value because they've been tested in the league already. You could give them the people that need them and get some defensive pieces and maybe some offensive line pieces in return.
Yeah. Thanks,
I
but
mean, I don't.
more so than
Yeah,
anything, if you could trade both of them in that scenario, that you'd get. I think a lot of teams wouldn't mind having both of those guys and try and sign
yeah,
them on for really big deals. So yeah,
yeah,
if I would say honestly too, if I was Dallas, I'd probably keep CeeDee Lamb.
yeah. I,
But
I
if I
think
could
you could.
trade, I'd definitely get some trade-ins right there and gum good trades.
Yeah, I think you could probably like you said, you could probably package Amari and Gallup into some sort of deal for some team that's you know maybe just looking to um, rebuild or something like that, and that gives you a pretty good solid like receiving core to start with right there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope we never
Yeah.
have to be in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think against the Giants, I mean, you may have the Giants are just Giants are the Giants.
Yeah.
And but Dallas usually is with the Giants. So I'm taking Hayden's New York Giants.
Hoping we can actually hold on to the ball and not fumble it like
If you
we
can do
have been.
that, if you can do that, yes.
Yeah. Before Cole went into prison, he said several times to me, he goes, if the Cowboys drop it more than 3 times or they turn it over more than 3 times, then they're going to lose. And I would agree with that.
Yeah.
100%.
The Cowboys can't turn it over.
So here's my question to you, Jorge.
Okay.
Um, when do you think it's time for the Eagles to throw in Jalen Hurts over Carson Wentz? Like, do
Oh,
you think it's about time for them to at least give him a try?
that's a very loaded question, my friend. And I know I was really criticizing Carson Wentz last week, and I'm still very critical of him now. He did not play well in that win against San Francisco. He came up, did what he had to do, but he just doesn't look the same. I don't know if it's about time to jump on the Hurts train just yet. I do really like Jalen Hurts. I like that they're using him in the offense. Last week, it was our center that kind of messed it up for him, but I think he'll start getting the offense. He's a really smart player more than anything. And I think if Carson Wentz gets hurt one more time, no pun intended there actually, then Hurts will probably come in, and that's what we'll probably say, okay, give your best shot, rookie, see what you can do. But it's all about if Carson Wentz can stay healthy and get back to a point where he's consistent. I'm not even looking for him to be explosive and athletic, and how he wasn't during that season where he almost won MVP before his injury. I want him to be consistent. I want him to find his game and live with it. He's been running a little bit more now. He's finding that nice medium. So really think that if Carson Wentz just royally picks it up in the next couple weeks, then yes, we'll probably try out some Jalen Hurts action at least for a half a game and see where it takes us. Or if he gets hurt, let's go Hurts. That's kind of where I stand on that.
Yeah,
I'm still not totally losing the faith in Carson. He just really needs to get his shit together in the next couple games.
that's fair. That's fair. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's fair.
And
Well, I
then actually one of my friends asked me, "Do you take this trade? New York Giants trade Saquon to Philly, Carson Wentz." And I was like, "Wow, that's a." And actually, that would be feasible. Granted, like a year ago. And now
yeah,
I don't know
that's
if the Giants would. I don't know if the
yeah,
Giants would do that, but I was like, that's not a bad trade in the end because Saquon's just consistently good. And I felt really bad when he got hurt, but
oh, I know.
he's just so consistently good. I don't know. That really caught my attention. I was like, I don't want to see Carson Wentz in the same conference, though. I don't want to see him get traded, get a chip on his shoulder, and just start blowing it up with New York. I would hate to see that.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah,
man, stay strong, Carson. Stay strong. If
yeah.
you're
It'll
listening,
be
bud.
it'll be interesting to see how the God, the NFC East I think is probably the worst division this year,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
or conference or whatever. I always confused. I always call them the wrong thing. But yeah, I mean it's just terrible. It's like you've got the Phillies at the top because they've got a tie instead of a loss.
Yeah, I know. We
It's
fucking
like,
tied to the Bengals. Shout
yeah,
out to
that's
your wife, who's a huge Bengals fans.
oh yeah, she definitely is. She loves her Joey Burrow,
Mm.
which I
Wow.
actually I I didn't watch a whole lot of LSU last year, but I really don't like Clemson, and I don't really know why. Oh, I do know why. It's because I lived in North Carolina, and there was all these Clemson fans there. It's like that's a South Carolina team, and you're all about North Carolina so much better than South Carolina. So then why are you going to Clemson? Like it was weird. I don't know. You know when you're around a lot of people, and they just
Yeah,
like a it's like a like why do you like them so much? You don't even go there. You're not even live there. Like what
I
is
know
going
exactly
on?
what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it just annoyed me. So I was like, I don't care. I don't. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't like them. But I wanted to see Clemson lose, and so I watched, the championship game, and I'd seen a couple games before that. I think when they played A&M, and but just watching Joe Burrow beat Clemson like that, I was like, oh god, this is great. So I have a little
Yeah,
bit of a soft spot for him just because of that. But we'll see
that's
what he
fair.
does there. We'll see what he
I
does
hope I
there.
hope he has a good career. I really hope so.
Tell you what, they need to get a better offensive line there, protect them,
Oh
or else
yeah.
their investment is for nothing.
Yeah, they got good running backs. I think AJ Green's probably getting towards, but that's like actually getting back to that. I think the Bengals would be one of those teams that would trade up maybe some of their defense for maybe like a Gallup or an Amari Cooper. 'Cause right
Yeah,
now they need
I would believe that.
receivers.
Yeah, and I like that we have three that are great, but I could see a situation where we would be, especially with Amari and his contract, if we're not happy with the way he's performing, which I in no way am saying that I am. Let me be clear about that.
Yeah,
I'm for the most part very happy with him. I think it was last week he when Dak threw the interception at the end of the game against the
yeah,
Browns. Like the route he ran was it wasn't smart, and it kind of opened up for that. It could, I'm not going to nitpick, but
yeah. I see what
I
you
just
mean.
think overall we got to play smarter. But that's beside the point. Um, but yeah, I could see with Amari, like if we're not happy with the way he plays, we might want to trade him off and offload that salary hit of
Yeah,
his,
also the salary.
especially whenever we pay Dak, because we're going to, and if we
Oh
don't, it's a
yeah, you're
shame.
gonna pay Dak.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't have any problem with him.
Yeah, I mean
He's
the
not the
Dak's
problem.
throwing the ball like no one's business right now.
I mean, I don't know what his numbers were last week. I don't remember, but like the 2 or 3 games before that, he was, threw for all these yards. He ran for a bunch of yards. Like he himself had a wonderful game, but everyone else around him, like Zeke, has been fumbling the football. I don't know what's up with that. He never used
Yeah,
to do that.
that's been interesting to see. He's done that quite a bit this season.
Yeah, it's because he got that stupid "feed me" tattoo on his stomach and got COVID this summer, and he just lost his mind.
Hey, he really did looks like he loses his mind, and then he's got that Mickey Mouse haircut. Not working out.
I I saw a picture of his new tattoo on Instagram the other day as the Cowboys posted it. I thought, what is that going to look like when he's out of the NFL and injured? He can't move. He gets really overweight. He's just going to have this big tattoo that's stretched over his giant stomach that just says "Feed me" on it. Like I think that's going to be hysterical.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong, Eric, and I'm willing to put money on it too. That give it like 10, 15 years, maybe 20, that he'll be coming on Monday Night Football or on Thursday Night Football here and there, and it's sure enough.
And I love Zeke, so I don't mean this in a mean way, but I have a feeling that when he gets to be overweight, at least at the beginning, he's probably not going to think he is, because he's got that inflated self-esteem that for the most part is pretty warranted because he's a fantastic player. But he's going to be like that guy in college who's like, I didn't gain any weight my freshman year, and he's like 20 pounds overweight or something. So he's going to be showing off his tattoo still. It's just going to be just leak it out of his shirt. It's gonna say "Feed me," and it's gonna be gigantic. I can't wait to see that, honestly. But
Yeah,
hopefully, we got a
that's gonna
couple
be
more
funny to
rings
see.
before then.
We'll see about that, little cowgirl.
That won't be this year. That's the thing about
Maybe.
Dak. Everyone puts everything on him, and he's not the problem. Like, even if he has a bad day, it's still not his fault. The way that everyone else is playing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
in a way,
he's
yeah. I mean, he's throwing the ball really well right now. He's adjusting to that pocket quarterback role, but he's also moving around too. But we're looking at a different Dak. You just can't win, guys. What's up with you? You always have these loaded teams, and you can't win. You can't win.
but before the season started, I thought we had it, and then we had all these injuries. We had our tight end go out. We had Van Der Esch go out. I think he's coming back this week or next week. I don't remember. But our defense just shit the bed. I don't know what's going on with them, but they're ridiculous. We lost to the Browns last week, George. We lost to the Browns.
Browns. Hey, at least you didn't tie to the Bengals. But we
I don't
both
know.
we both
I would
really
have,
messed up on that division. Like, how could we lose to that
but here,
division?
but here's the thing. We lost to Baker Mayfield and the Browns. The only person I give any little bit of amount of respect to on that team is Odell, because Odell has actual talent. Baker Mayfield is a hack. I don't think he's
Stop
that
it.
talented. He's
Oh,
a hack.
stop it. You
He's
you
a
know
hack.
you love his progressive commercials. Come on.
Actually, I do like his. I do. I hate to admit it, but I like his progressive commercials. And
Kind of winning.
if it was anybody else, I think I would have loved it so much.
But it's Baker Boo.
Ugh. But anyway, before we go on too long, um, let's wrap it up real quick. We don't want to go too long without Cole. We don't want to go
Yes.
on,
Yes.
but let's make sure that we all remember Cole this week. If you would, if you're listening and you want to, send him some fan mail, some kind well wishes, reach out to him on Twitter. When I tweet out the episode, I'll make sure to include his Twitter handle. And if you have any well wishes for him in prison, make sure you tweet them out to him, or you can just send it straight to our account. I'll make sure he gets them. But George, unless you got anything else, I think it's about time we wrap it up.
Yeah, Eric, I only have two things to say. This is baseball related. The Yankees and the Astros.
Amen. Couldn't have said it better myself. And you know what? I'm actually going to say it again. The Astros and the Yankees. And
I'm
thank
so
God the
glad the
Yankees are
Yankees
going.
are out.
Oh my God, I know,
I'm
me
sure
too.
that's what got Cole into prison too. He's
Yeah,
probably
I'm sure
irate.
he caused a riot in the prison because of it. But uh, yeah, oof, I'm not happy about the way baseball's going for my team, but at least the Yankees aren't going to be there. So
Yeah, I got my hopes up. Come on, Dodgers, get him back.
yes, I agree. But anyway, I guess until next time, we're the intramural champs. Thank you for listening. Send your well wishes to Cole. I know he'll appreciate them.
Thank you. Don't forget to check out the Bag at Flander Enterprise as well.
Yes. All right,
Thank you,
everybody.
listeners.
All right. Much love, everybody. Bye bye.
Wow.